through Project Broadcast around 7 o'clock and said, "Hey, an hour left of my sale," and didn't hear nothing. I was like, "Okay, no worries." And then I was out running around, and all of a sudden my phone started blowing up. So I was like, "Babe, you got to switch me, and you got to drive, and I need to start texting people back." 7 o'clock and said,
That,
"Hey, an hour left of my
yep.
sale," and didn't hear nothing. I was like, "Okay, no worries." And then I was out running around and
That is wonderful. I was hearing playback there.
yeah, me too. I was like, I muted just in case. But
Okay. And
yeah,
and also I know we've still got many that are in the waiting room. I keep seeing them pop up in our waiting room and not being admitted in. So I think that Marie is in the background kind of working on that. Or should I be? There's a lot of people in the waiting room, guys. All right. Chevy, take it away, girl, and tell me with that sweet, sweet baby on that chest.
Yeah, she just fell asleep, so hopefully she stays asleep. So it's actually funny. I got caught up in my pink weekend sale, which again, I kind of threw together last minute, even though I know we had the training and I was like, I'm gonna implement it early this year. And then I blinked and I was like, it's this week. Okay, I should probably do something. So it just had a pink weekend sale with just the percentage discounts. So I had 677 after all the discounts for that, which was awesome. And that was while doing family time, going to a hockey game with my husband, having, a sick dad and catching a cold myself. And then when we posted that, I got distracted by Pink Weekend and forgot I also had a over $700 party. So I forgot to put that in there.
So what was your total week?
I don't know if someone wants to math that. I don't know. What was that? Almost 1400 then, I guess. 700 plus 677, so like 1300-ish. Which was great. And then I have big goals for December and realized that on my fish bowls I have a QR code for people to scan, and I realized I actually haven't checked that form in probably a good few months. And I had about 20 leads in there and got two new bookings just like 20 minutes ago for December for that, which
That
was cool.
Congratulations, Chevy. And it is a busy time, but you've worked it all around the holidays and people being sick. And I know there's a lot of that going on. I even had to move my open house because I was sick the week I scheduled it and had to call everybody. They gave me a reason to call everybody.
Yes, and I do want to say too, like I held 6 parties last month, and I say this not to be like, oh me, but because I'm sure someone else needs to hear it. If you have young little ones, I kept trying to find the perfect time for parties of where someone could watch my kids or I could go to them or things like that, and it just wasn't working. And so I finally said, okay, we're just gonna have the parties, whether I have someone watch my kiddos or not. And 4 of those 6 parties, this one was just strapped to me, and nobody cared. They did not care. They
They
thought she was
actually
cute and
love
did
it because
not
they get to
care.
see her.
And so I just want to like, if anyone else has young ones or whatever, like, don't wait for the perfect time to hold your party. Like, people don't care. Like, they like that they can see that this business works around your life. So I just wanted to throw that out for anyone that might need to hear that tonight.
That is great. Thank you for sharing that, Chevy, because that is so, so true. They're tickled to see the baby. All right. All right. Jennifer, tell us about your week.
Hi everyone. So this was actually last week since we didn't meet the past Monday, um, the week before Thanksgiving. I had asked, I work at a child care center, and so I asked the owner if I could put some of my buckets out. So I put a bucket at my work, for the parents and then one in the staff lounge for the staff members. And I had got a couple leads from the bucket from the parent one. So I messaged a couple of them and got some responses back and got 3 bookings from just one bucket.
Yes, yes. Way to go. Setting up December. You're
Yep.
already setting it up. All right. And that's the way, and you'll probably get so many more from that, from each
Yeah.
of those. Yeah. So you've already got your goal set for December, it sounds like.
Yep. And 3 is actually my goal, 3 parties a month. So I got that set.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Jennifer. That's exciting. I'm so excited for you. Yes. All right. Let's hear from now, Fergu. Tell us you. Oh, unmute.
It's actually Mary. I don't know why the first few initials of Ferguson comes up. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Hey, Mary.
Trying to pronounce that. Well, I had my open house 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and I had $713 for my open house. And then last week I didn't do much just because it was Thanksgiving. And I had a lady that called me that I have been romancing her for a year. She said, I'm ready to become a consultant.
Yes.
So on Friday of last week, we got it sent out. She joined. So I have a new team member starting off this month. So I'm ready to go.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That is a way to do it. And, and all of you have, put it out there to your customers, getting to them. But I know there's some that you haven't heard from or heard back from. Call them. And you're going to have an incredible December. Congratulations. And I know many others of you, are on here and have had $1,000 weeks. And in your open house this past week, a shout out to Renee Dearman and congratulations, y'all. Congratulations. All right, let's go on with announcements. Okay. Oh, that's so important. Okay. Couple of things. So if you did 600 wholesale in November, you do not want to miss December. 800 credits. Now, here's the thing. Also, Star Quarter ends December 15th. And if you do both Star and November and December with 600, do you know that that is 2,800 points, y'all? 2,800 points. Let's say, okay, I don't know if I'm going to make Star. You got 800 points, whether you are a Star or not. So November, December, don't miss it. Of course, if you are all Star and you have been a Star consultant, the first quarter and now here this second quarter, it is second quarter, isn't it, y'all? I just every 3 months. No. Yes, this is second quarter. Don't miss it, okay? The halfway mark. And those are the gorgeous bags then that you can pick up. All right. I also want to share with you a couple of other things, like the preferred customer program deadline, December 11th, for registering your customers for the spring lookbook. And career conference is coming up. You want to be recognized as a red jacket. And when you do that, you and your other red jackets and director can be recognized on stage and earn a special prize. I'm sure your director will fill you in with more of that. All right, let's turn it over to this fantastic training tonight with Marie Harbord. Yay, my sweet Marie. My first line director, Marie Harbord, and I believe Jessica's on here. Oh, Monica's going to be teaching.
Monica!
All right, take it away, ladies.
Well, we are so excited to bring you some fun tonight, you guys. Monica and I think a lot alike. I used to live in Alabama where Monica is, so it's kind of fun. But I really love that December is here. Like, I know it's crazy, honestly, if we all could just take a big deep breath real quick and just like, okay, we're here. It's already here. And having December 1st on a Monday, anybody else, like it was kind of like, oh, we're here. It really is here. So Monica and I have some fun to share with you tonight. I'm going to let Monica kind of introduce what we're going to chat about. So take it away, friend.
Okay. Happy December 1st, everyone. And so some of you may be heading into December thinking, I missed my goals, I'm going to float by, or, oh no, it's December, or life's crazy. Here's the deal. December is what you make it. And you still have time to reach goals. You still have ability to sell all through December and make a lot of money. It's just in how you set yourself up. It's in, do you decide, make a decision, and actually take action? And so that's what we want to talk to you about tonight, are just some strategies for December, some ways to maybe look at December differently, because maybe you don't get to work December the way you normally work. And that's okay. It's just learning how to do that and how to be prepared. And I know, Marie, we talked about first to set a goal. I don't know if you want to go into that, but I know you said you like to set a monetary goal. And
I
so we
do.
also talked, if you're a new consultant, maybe that monetary goal, you're unsure. So you can talk to your director, but also maybe you have to decide to set it for faces or number of appointments, but you have to pick something. I will tell you that some of my most successful Decembers, and they've actually probably been some of my most successful months of that year, were because I was working for something. We have leadership in January, and so the deadline's December 31st. And I remember working to, earn a party, or my first December in Mary Kay, I was working for the 6-month director goal. And so we needed, I don't know, maybe it was Fabulous 50s or something. And like we recruited 9 people between Christmas and New Year's. So it can happen. But it's, picking that goal and going for it.
Amen. Yeah, really. With any month, we know that if we don't have like an area that we're focused on, a target to hit, we're just going to do exactly what Monica said, and we're going to float, right? And floating doesn't really take us anywhere. Can we all just agree and say amen? So it's really, really in your best interest to set a goal. And it doesn't have to be like your neighbor's goal. Right? Like we're not looking on to our neighbors and cheating from their paper. It's your goal. This is your business. So what is it that your family needs? Right? Like, do you want to fund something for Christmas dollar-wise? Do you want to pay for something yourself out of your Mary Kay profits? Do you want to take your family somewhere? Do you want to pay back a credit card? Maybe you chose to put inventory in your home and you want to add more money to that to pay that down maybe a little faster. There's a variety of things, but getting up every single morning and having that picture in front of you is what's going to get you in your office, out your door, and getting to work. Otherwise, we're not going to do it. We will float, and we will look back at the day and wonder, oh, wait, what did I do today? Oh, wait, I can do it tomorrow. And you can't do that all month, though. No. Yes. What else, Monica?
So the first thing would, be prepared and expectant of bookings and sales. And, this is a great month to think about blessing other people and getting out and about. Now, with bookings, I do believe you can hold parties this month, but you're not likely to hold them with the school teacher or with the mom of a ton of elementary school kids. Marie and I are your target market this month. We do not have children at home. We are not running to the choir concert. We are not hosting parties at the school. We don't have children at home. And so that's kind of, you're looking for maybe the young married woman who doesn't have children at home. She's just working her job. And, because like Bible studies taper off, things start tapering off at the first of the month. So you're looking for the women without children because they are less likely to have things going on. And then you're also think Christmas to New Year. That is when you hit the teachers, the moms with kids, because they're home with their daughters. And it's like, oh, that would be something fun to do. So you kind of have to strategize the month different, like in sections. And then your college girls are great. Probably final exams are probably happening about December 8th, 6th through 8th. They're probably finished with their exams. And so those are also the people that you can hit. And so some of it in your strategy is kind of making that list of who's good at the first of the month, who can I hit on the back half of the month that would be more available.
Amen. Amen. Former teacher Amy Lynch says, I was always looking for fun things to do during the days between Christmas and New Year's. And you guys, it's so true. It's so true. I have a college granddaughter. I know it's hard to believe. I'm so young. Anyway, I have a freshman in college as a granddaughter, and she did not come home for Thanksgiving. So believe me, I would like to spend every waking moment with her when she gets home. But we are going to do some Mary Kay partying with her friends because she's dying to see her friends, but she also wants to catch up on what's happening in my product line because she loves it. And so in my brain of thinking of college students. I have a bunch of friends that I work out with that have college students that some of them are already home, which I'm shocked, but anyway, Paisley's not home yet. So like Monica said, most of them will be home towards the middle of the month. And so really working to focus to get those appointments booked really now, for just, even if they need to be penciled in, but booking them now so that that's something for them to look forward to, and they can start inviting their friends and their moms to join in for just some fun girlfriend time, hot chocolate. I mean, look at us in our winter backgrounds. Winter came today in Texas. I don't know how many of y'all live in Texas, but winter came today. Actually, it came yesterday, but anyway. But yes, I loved how Monica said thinking differently. I think December is one of those months that you really hold it really with a little bit of an open hand, and working to be somewhat flexible. But my big key to success, and my senior will tell you, my senior is the amazing Lorraine Noland up here on, in our Brady Bunch group here. But she and my weekly plan sheet is my Bible. It always has been. It always will be. My children all do one. My grandchildren now do them. And that is going to be your saving grace for December. If you don't do one any other time of the year, do one for December. Do 4 weekly plan sheets for the entire month of December, and really hone in and tighten up your schedule so that you don't miss the things that are most important to you, but that you still make time to work your Mary Kay business. It will make you feel so great on January 1st. I'm telling you, you will know.
Marie, I'm going to add, I print 5. So I go ahead and do the first week of January with my December. So when I'm scheduling it out, and when we were talking about parties, I actually booked a party today with a customer. She's like, my mom and my sister and my sister-in-law will all be here between Christmas and New Year's, and we have our daughters with us. Can you fit us in? And so there are parties to be booked. It's just picking the time frame and the right group of people, and then planning for it. And I do love, don't skip your important things, your things with your kids, your family things. Take those weekly plan sheets and mark out time. My kids don't live here, so I mark out the time when they're home because that's important to me. I mean, except if they're here for a week, I'll go do parties. They're just going to have to let mom leave the house a little bit. But mark out your important things and then figure out how to schedule in. We have some travel coming up, and it just happened. There's a couple of things that we're doing. And then my mother-in-law is having surgery for kidney cancer next week, and it's in Birmingham. So we'll be on the road. And so I'm like, I can't necessarily hold a party, but I could start booking some virtual 5 and 5, some things in, and I even marked in my schedule, like, okay, on this day, I've got this chunk of time and this chunk of time. And so all next week, I just have 3 chunks of time on 3 different days that I'm like, okay, I can't necessarily hold an appointment in person, but I could fill those with virtual. And so the weekly plan sheet helped me lay that out today.
Yeah, so good. So good. Well, we'll be praying for your mother-in-law, A.
Oh,
and I love that you are being strategic with the amount of time that you have, because that's the key. We know in this business, watching Chevy stand there and bounce her daughter, her new baby, while she is at a party and standing here with us, of course, on Zoom. It's what we do, you guys. And, I'm not bouncing the baby right now, but believe me, I did. Mine was 2 my youngest was 2 when I said yes. So, sometimes that is a need that you have to do. And like we said, it's not unwelcome. Women want to know that you can have it all in this company. Now, if you have a 4 or 5-year-old that's running around like a hoodlum, now that might be a little bit different. I know I said that out loud, but it's because I've also had those. So they weren't welcome. They weren't invited to the party. But something else to keep in mind, you guys, is when you're looking at that weekly plan sheet and you're putting the things down on your plan sheet that you are committed to attend and that you personally have to do yourself, like, maybe you're the one that's writing a Christmas card and you're writing the notes inside of them. You can't delegate that necessarily, right? But there are things that you think you need to be doing, but you could delegate them. So if you don't have to do them yourselves, you guys, December is a really, really good month to train yourself in some delegation. It's not necessary that we as women do all things. Can we just get an amen in the chat? Just get an amen. We do not need to do it all. Okay. Go ahead, Monica. What else?
Okay. So another thing is, this is a good month to do facials. I had a girl that couldn't make it to a party this week, Tuesday, tomorrow night, have a party. And she's like, oh no, I thought I was coming, but my daughter has a choir concert. And so I just sent a message, hey, could you be available Wednesday morning? And I'll just come by and meet with you. And so it's being proactive about that and understanding that, hey, I might not get the party and I'm not going to be upset if I don't get the party. Can I get in front of her? Can I run by on a lunch hour and spend 15 minutes with her? Can I get her to hop on Zoom with me? Can I, like this girl, I know that she is semi-retired. So I'm like, do you happen to be free tomorrow morning? And I'll show you. Let's see. I'm going to have to take my background off. Am I? Okay, so this little bag up, yep, I'm gonna have to, let's see. How do I take that off real fast?
Bottom, just jiggle your mouse on the bottom of your screen. Down the left, it says video. Click that little up and turn your background off.
Yep. Okay, because I have done this for years and I've even sold like $450 on a lunchtime facial doing this because women are busy. And so it's not that they don't want to get in front of you, with you, they just don't have time. So I have a little bag, and in my bag, I have a clipboard with important information. In my purse, and you don't want a big bag. I'm running into her office. I need to look put together and professional. So I have, a tray and mirror inside here. I've got a travel skincare set, some red lip glosses, a few lipsticks, some little things to try. I like the mini oil-free eye makeup remover, but I think my daughter stole my mini one for her travel. A set of brushes and just a few like satin lips. I've got a little tiny water bottle, finishing spray. So think of things like an under eye corrector or the new under eye, soothing eye gel they can tap over their makeup. So a few little things, but I also have 2 compacts in here. And I say 2 because I'm not going to walk in there with a whole bunch of color and go, what do you want? This is 15 minutes on her lunch. She's probably not wearing much makeup. They don't wear as much as I do usually. So you can go over what they have on. So I'm going to take my little brush set and go, which of these looks are you interested in? I've got one that's warm and one that's cool. And I'm going to let her try it right there. And I've got contour and a highlight on this side with cheeks and let her play. And then I can take my lookbook and just be like, let me show you a few things in the lookbook and talk to her about skin. Do you have something you're needing, some area? But I keep it ready. That's the important thing because I have left my house at 10 o'clock at night because a girl was like, well, my work schedule, I have 20 minutes at 10 o'clock and she works not far from my house and my husband was home. And so I was like, you know what, I'll be there because I could grab my little bag and walk out the door. And so just having that ready, I got to move it out of my way.
It's very smart, Monica.
You can do a quick on the go. And that's important. I know when I started, my kids were 10 months and 3. And I learned very early on that I had to have things prepared to be able to work because it was, it was a lot to tend to a kid and get a diaper bag and get everybody out of the house and everybody dressed. But too, it frustrated me. Like I would just get, just kind of frazzled. And then I didn't feel professional and I didn't enjoy it. So then I didn't want to do my job. And so you want to make it easy. And so making it easy is being prepared to go work how you need to. So
well, and that was so good and so simple, right? I mean, it was so simply put together, so duplicatable. And so as she's watching you, what you're doing, there is going to be a part of her little brain that's thinking, well, this isn't rocket science. I probably could figure this out. I could probably do a bag. I could probably visit with some people on my lunch hour, right? You're not making it look hard, but you are together. You are put together, and you are together. So, which I love both of those things because it is important for us to still put our best foot forward, but making it, again, still look duplicatable in everything we do. So well done, girl. I love that. I love that bag
Well,
too.
you know, is it soccer? Soccer's still going on. Like, I mean, the soccer field, one of the other moms, you can do something quick wherever you are. So I just like
Amen.
the idea of being prepared. And
And hand
December is a
tools, you
month
guys.
of being prepared.
Yeah, I mean, really, you can do a hand chill on anybody, anywhere, honestly. And I have sat at a coffee shop an entire day one time, and allowed, like, even my consultants to bring people. And I just booked people to come by, grab a cup of coffee, and while you're here, come sit with me for 10 or 15 minutes, and let's do a hand chill, right? Show them how great their hand's going to look with the product and how rough their other hand looks without the product. That's basically what we're doing, right? So there's also, again, really thinking outside of the box and being super flexible in what you're doing to get in front of those people that God's nudging you to get in front of, right? Like Monica clearly needed to get in front of this girl. Like, so she did whatever it took, which is great. Well done, girl. Well done.
Well,
the other
color
things we're
sticks
talking
are
about.
also great.
Go ahead.
Oh, the color sticks, the new color sticks are great. So many of my customers are wanting to try them. So I have them in a different bag that's in my purse. So that if I run into somebody, I have a little compact color sticks. I'm like, oh, here, go ahead and try them. So
They're like crayons.
those are
Let them draw on
great.
themselves.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. The other thing, you guys, really, did we talk about front loading your month?
We haven't
We did
yet.
not talk. Okay. So really, when we look at December, that's kind of a different month, obviously, because towards the end of the month, in the month of December for us in Mary Kay, December 17th is a very important date, which you already heard about and you know about. But front loading the month for your appointments is really key in the month of December. So you really can cruise through the rest of the month with follow-up and finishing up your gifts, wrapping, delivering, or putting them on your porch if they're coming by to get them, or whatever you're doing for your customers and their gift giving needs, but doing your in-person events and all those appointments at the front end so that you aren't feeling scrambled when it comes to, if you like to bake, if you have college kids coming home, if your kids are getting out of school from elementary and high school and middle school, whatever that looks like, but really front loading that. And the key is it's a mindset, right? Your calendar is prepared for you to book your 10 appointments by the 5th of this month, which is Friday, also my birthday, just FYI. I'd love to know that you did that, right? I'd love to know that you booked 10 by the 5th. That would be my birthday gift. Thank you guys. I'll just speak that into the universe for each of you. Thank you, Jess. But 10 bookings by the 5th. 10 bookings by the 5th on your calendar. It doesn't mean you have to hold all 10 of them by the 5th, but booking 10 to be held by the 15th, by the 5th of the month. You guys, really, if you get yourself into that habit, it just makes this business work. It really does. And it's like your boss, right? Let your calendar be your boss, right? When we focus on doing those activities timely and consistently each month, it really does prove to make things, make your business run so much smoother with less gray. Something I really love, can I just say this out loud real quick, is Chevy and Sense both, when I listen to them talk about their businesses, it's matter of fact, right? Chevy just talked about the fact that she had a QR code that she hadn't checked the document for, right? Well, I don't have a QR code out there. I'm just going to be transparent and totally authentic with you guys. I don't have one out there. I was like, oh, that's such a great idea. I'm sure you trained on that, Chevy, but I didn't take notes of that, I guess, or I didn't implement the notes because I know no one else ever does that. However, what a great piece to our business, because everything is about, right, lead generating. It's the first thing we do. And so I love that you just discovered, I think you said 6 new leads and booked 2 parties tonight. And so you guys, it's just the pieces of the puzzle that we do. There's not a lot of emotion involved when we do the steps. right? We don't overthink how we're thinking about it or feeling about it for the day. It just is part of what we do. And so I just wanted to give those two a shout out because I really love the way you guys work and your brain works. So anyway, Monica, let's finish this section and then we'll move to January.
Okay,
Are we done with
so
this section?
take your baby with you everywhere. So if you've not seen the baskets called Your Baby, mine's actually in the car, or I would hold it up, but I was out and about yesterday and today, so the baby's in the car. Don't leave your real baby in the car.
No, don't leave your baby in the car.
But, have your gift basket and take it everywhere you go. People will be curious, they'll ask, but also there's always people looking for last minute gifts. I remember being at my son's show choir thing and I was talking to one of the moms and she's like, oh, I have to go to the mall because I need gifts. I'm like, oh, what kind of gifts? And so anyway, she sat in hand and created, she's like, wrap it and I don't have to go to the mall. I'm like, sure. And so, be prepared to sell where you are.
Amen.
So taking a baby everywhere.
Yeah. So do you guys have anything additional? We would love for you to just kind of post it in the chat. Let us, comment, share with us what's worked for you, what is working for you, what plan maybe you have an idea that, maybe we didn't talk about for really feeling like your December can be super successful for you. I do know a lot of you that are on this chat, in this Zoom, all 40 of us, minus the ones of us that are directors just because we're already a director, but we want you with us in Nashville. I felt like I needed to be superstar all of a sudden, right? Like Mary Catherine Gallagher, Nashville. Anyway, and so you guys, if you are working to go into DIQ and wrap those numbers up, which is 8, it is 8 on your team by December 31st to go to Nashville with us. Get yourself there. Get your full circle parties and appointments and follow-ups done the first half of December so that the 17th on, we can continue with that, and then we can work on the new platform and the new opportunity for consultants, right? The additional opportunity for new people and some existing people that are that might be maybe in your unit right now that are needing to know more about this new opportunity that's coming on the 17th. So be super intentional with sharing, okay, you guys? People need you to ask them. Can we just say that out loud? Sometimes people need you to ask them, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to be a part of my team? I think you'd be great. Have you ever considered this opportunity for yourself? I think you'd be great. Like, we just need to ask. Start the conversation, give a prompt, and then she'll reply with something. We're not shoving it down anyone's throat. It does not make for fun team members. Believe me, after 33 years, I've done it always. It makes for no fun team members. But when you go into the month with a goal in mind of how many people you need to talk to, for how many people you actually need to add to your team with tracking charts all over your life, everywhere, you have to be seeing those faces that you're going to fill in your team with everywhere, correct? Your goal posters have to be really, really in sync, you guys, okay? I needed 13 people in June to finish Court of Sharing this year because I was determined to triple star and I was not going to pass through June 30th without finishing it. And I recruited my last one on the last day of the month and she was ready to place her order. So you guys, it can happen, but literally it's a singleness of focus. So if DIQ is your thing, I'm not saying that you aren't going to sell the product this month because you are. We all do, right? We never just do one. The best exercise that I share with my consultants all the time that I'm sure all of my mentors shared with me is that if you only share the product, you still walk around in a circle, right? You only walk with one leg, you only share, you only share the product, share the product, share the product. You literally are only walking around in circles with that leg. if you only share the opportunity, which there are companies out there that do that, you are then only walking on that leg. You are walking in a circle the other way, right? You got to walk with both legs. We got to do both things. It's what we do. It's how Mary Kay designed us as a company. So that's how we move forward. We do both, right? And we do it at every appointment. So I encourage you to just be confident in yourself, be confident in the story that God's writing on your life, and share it with people, because that's what they want to hear. They want to hear your journey. They don't want to hear about somebody else's journey. They want to hear your journey, why you love what you do. That was not in my notes. But anyway, okay, so Monica's like, where's she going? Anyway, I'm walking around not in a circle.
Oh, good.
Okay. The last two things we want to talk about, though, real quick, are January now, right? I hope that we've given you some food, some things you can run with, some ideas that are tangible that you can just take hold of and run through December and make it just the best ever. I have qualified for a car in December, so y'all know what it takes to qualify for a Cadillac. And if you can do that in December, you can do anything in December. So you guys can do this, right? And so then what we've been setting ourselves up for success, how do we maximize January? So Monica, what does that look like? How are we going to incentivize?
Well, you came up with a great idea. So your director got this information shared. Marie came up with this cute little flyer, but some of it is handing something out while you're working this month in your reorders, when you run into people. And so I know, Marie, you said you kick off the Perfect Palette in January. So I'm going to let you tell that, because that was your idea.
Well,
but I do think
not
be
new.
prepared to have something you're inviting them to.
Yes, absolutely. And there are a variety of calendared events for most of our units. For most of you, you have access to things that are kind of available to you. And then, of course, really back to the plan sheet. Monica talked to you about having the first week of January ready. Like, honestly, it wouldn't be bad to have January ready all the way through the month, especially if you're going to leadership with us as DIQs. You got to block those days off, because you can't be working during those days. Okay. And so really being specific in when you can work. And if you're working at a job, you guys, I did that for 3.5 years, the beginning of my Mary Kay business. And I was really so much more productive. Can we just say that too? Because being busy is good, right? Being your own boss is great, but being busy makes us work really, really good in those small pockets of time that we have. So in the month of January, you guys have probably all heard this idea, but it's basically earning as a hostess the Perfect Palette for the dollar amount of the day they pick for their event, right? So if they pick the 7th of the month as their party day, they can earn the Perfect Palette with 3 eyeshadows and the blush of their choice as their hostess gift from you for $7. You guys, it's so worth it. Would I have her do a facial and give her that as a gift? Probably not. But I would have her invite a couple of girlfriends to join her and do that. I would, right? Sorry, Lorraine, it went away before I could read it. I'll go back to it in a second. But I did do a flyer for it, and it's just an idea. You can use it or not. But as Monica said, having something to just put in your December orders to incentivize them, give them this layer of this hostess opportunity in January. And then the key to all of it is, everyone chime in the chat. What's the key to success after you put something in their order? Is you follow up. Don't hold, oh, I forgot she's recording this. Well, Leah, we all love you. Anyway, we follow up. If you were sleeping, you are not anymore. You guys, follow up is the key to success, right? Like it is. We cannot expect them to open that flyer in their bag of products and then call you, because they won't all, right? But you only have a certain number of days that you're willing to work in the month of January. And I would highly encourage you to print January at a glance. I would mark all days that you are already booked. And they don't have to be booked with Mary Kay things, but you can be booked so that when you're showing this calendar, maybe you're taking a picture of it and sticking it in your private Facebook group, or maybe you're putting it in your stories. I'm down to only 3 days left. Who's going to tap in? right? You get a free compact for that dollar amount of that day. I don't know. I'd book. Would y'all book? Just asking. Sorry if I offended anyone. Follow up. The best abbreviation ever. All right, Monica.
Okay. I think that kind of wraps us up. We did mention
She's
when we
done with
talked
me.
about
Just kidding, girl.
themes, New Year, New You, glow up session, girl time. And you know, a lot of women get money for Christmas. I've had customers through the years, their mom gives them money, and so they are willing to meet with me and get on a skincare regimen because you know everybody's headed to the gym, got to get in shape. Well, they're also wanting to get their skin in shape. They're wanting to, and then you have the women who are thinking, okay, Christmas was rough. How am I going to pay for it next year? You know, how am I going to be proactive? So those are your team members you're recruiting. Somebody that's looking for a fresh start, something new. I recruited in January. So, you know, it's a good time in the end of December to be talking to, well, all of December. I recruited somebody today, so you can recruit all of December because she still has time to get her Christmas gifts at half price when she recruited today. So I just think the big thing with December is getting prepared, taking the time tonight, tomorrow, carving out some time, doing your weekly plan sheet, figuring out what's important to your family, what you want to accomplish, and then where can you work. And, you know, don't be afraid to work online and virtual with five products in 5 minutes. I was thinking about it today because the cold weather and running the heat in the house, my skin has gotten dry, and I'm like, you could just do five products that help dry winter skin. And I'm not a dry skin girl. So anyway, it's coming up with your things and being prepared and really going for it.
Agreed. You guys, my final note on this would be when you do, just as Monica said, prepare yourself on the front end, you set your goals, you know, we have all those things in front of us. We've got our plan sheet ready. We've got our script. We know what we're doing. All that comes now is really asking God every morning, who is it that needs me today, God? Right? Who needs me today? And then he will bring you the people. And our goal then is to just be really, really obedient and listen and then plug them in, right? How can we be a blessing to them? Are they dry? Right? Do they need Christmas gifts? Really? That's the next piece. It takes the urgency of what we need to hit our goals out of the picture, right? You've already got it in there, right? Because you took the time to plan your month, right? Now we're just working the plan and we're praying over it all. So we really do. We're so excited about our months, all of us, and we're so excited for you guys. So we can't wait to hear about your booking 10 by my birthday. So shout out on social media so we know you did it. I'll have a prize for you. I love giving gifts. So I would love to do that for my birthday, is to gift you. So let's do it. 10 by the 5th to be held by the 15th. So you guys, we're going to go to breakout rooms now. I'm pretty sure Jennifer's got those all handled. So the bottom of the screen, there it is. Find your family and go hop in and visit. And